Hello everybody, this is Lisa from Pressure Crisp, and today we're going to be doing a New York style cheesecake in the Ninja Foodi. It's going to be thick, delicious, luscious. We're also just going to serve it with some fresh fruit on the side. So let's just jump right in and get started. So let's discuss the pan that we're going to be using. We're going to be using a 6-inch by 3-inch Fat Daddy-O's pan. This can be purchased on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. This one has the removable bottom, which is nice. It makes the cheesecake come out really easy and nice. Alright, this was a 9-inch round piece of parchment paper. I did cut it down. You can just use a razor blade or a very sharp knife to do that. I'm just lining the bottom of this pan, just like that. And we're going to take some spray and we're just going to spray it. Put that off to the side. Onto the crust. You can use graham crackers. I just like to get the pre-made graham crackers. But if you do have the graham crackers, you're going to use 9 to 12 of them. Either put them in a food processor and process them until they're this consistency, or you can just use a rolling pin and a Ziploc bag. So we have 3/4 of a cup of graham cracker crumbs. We're going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle that right in. Also to this, I'm just going to add 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Just pour that right in. And you just take a spatula and mix this all around. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take that 6-inch pan, put it right there. We're just going to take those graham cracker crumbs and pour it right in there. So once again, just take your hands, level this out as evenly as you can, and you're just going to take a drinking glass and you're just going to press into the bottom, push it up on the sides. You don't want any more than like an inch around the sides. Okay, that's all done. So now what you're going to do, you're actually going to just put this in the freezer while you're making your cheesecake. To our bowl, we're going to add 2 8-ounce containers of Philadelphia cream cheese. Very important. You want all of your ingredients to be room temperature. I cannot stress this enough. If you do take this directly out from the fridge, you can pop it in the microwave anywhere from 30 seconds to 1 minute. So we're just going to open these and put them in the bowl. Okay, so we have our cream cheese in the bowl. I suggest you using a hand mixer for this. A stand mixer will probably incorporate too much air. So you're just going to blend this for like 10 seconds. Alright, we're just going to leave that just like that. So to this, we're going to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of sour cream. We're also going to add 2/3 of a cup of sugar. We're also going to go ahead and add a pinch of salt, which is probably like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is 1 teaspoon plus 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. The vanilla paste has the vanilla bean seeds in it, so you can see them in the cheesecake after it's done cooking. This is the brand I'm using, the Nielsen Massey. It's a Madagascar bourbon vanilla bean paste. This is really good stuff. I will leave a link in the description to get this. So we're just going to go ahead and put this in. We're also going to be adding 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're also going to be adding lemon zest. Now you can use a microplaner to do this. This is a very handy tool in the kitchen. Now you just want to get the lemon zest. You don't want to get the white pith. That's down below. This is just going to add a little bit of freshness to this cheesecake. Probably like a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest. That's all we're going to do. Put your finger in there. Get that in there. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do, we're going to mix this all up. And you want to scrape down the sides just to make sure you're mixing all of this. Look at that. And you can see the vanilla bean seeds right in there. This is awesome. We're just trying to get this as smooth as possible. Alright. Next, we're just going to add 2 slightly beaten eggs. You don't want to overbeat these because you don't want to incorporate air into this cheesecake. Now we're just going to mix this until it's combined. And you do want to scrape down the sides once just to make sure that you've incorporated all of this. Beautiful. Just one quick mix. this is all there is to it. Okay, so we removed the graham cracker crust and pan that was in the freezer. So you're just going to take your cheesecake mixture and pour it right in here. Look at that. Just beautiful. Let's get all that in there. Now I'm just going to go around, just make sure it's all level. Now what you can do right now too as well, I'm going to take this up and put it out of the way. This is the sling we're going to be using today. This can be purchased on Amazon as well. It's an OXO sling. So we're just going to go ahead and put the cheesecake right here. I am going to tamp it down. You want to do it, by doing this, you're just getting some of the air bubbles that are in there out. So you can cover it or not cover it. I always cover it. You can take paper towel. I just use a piece of parchment paper. Just put it over that. I'm just going to take a piece of aluminum foil and just put it over the cover. This just prevents water from getting in there. There you are. So now we're just going to go over to the Ninja Foodi. Alright, so we have the ceramic lined bowl and the Ninja Foodi. You're going to add 1 cup of water. And all you're going to do, you're just going to pick this cheesecake up using the sling. Just going to lower it right down in there. Look at that. Perfect. If I can get it. There we go. Perfect. So now you're going to take your pressure lid. You're going to go ahead and put it on. Make sure it's set to seal on the back. Okay, Ninja Foodi is on. We're going to go to pressure. Automatically defaults to high. And the time, we're going to turn this up to 30 minutes. There we are. And we're just going to hit start. We are done pressure cooking that cheesecake, so now we're going to do a 10-minute natural release. As you can tell, it's counting up, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and do a manual release of what's left. All right. The red tab is dropped. We're going to go ahead and remove the lid. Once again, be careful. Open it away from you. There we go. I'm just going to put the lid off to the side. Okay, this silicone will be hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and separate those. And there's water on top of the cheesecake. Be careful. It will be very, very hot. All right, we're just going to grab these silicone handles, lift this cheesecake out, and just put it over here. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and take that aluminum foil off. Get that lid out of the way. Once again, be careful. There is water on top. I'm going to see if I can lift it up and try to keep the water out of the cheesecake. There we go. Beautiful. Remove that piece of parchment. Now what we're going to do right now, we're just going to do it like a little bit of a jiggle test. See how just the center jiggles like that? This cheesecake should be fine. If it jiggles more than that, you want to probably cook it for a few more minutes. But this cheesecake is fine. So now comes the hard part. You have to wait until this is cool. Then we're going to go ahead and put it in the fridge. And we want to chill it overnight. But thanks to TV magic, I made one yesterday, so we can just go right to the taste test. And here is that beautiful cheesecake. Gorgeous. The sides look great. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and slice a piece of this. Now when it comes to slicing a cheesecake, you want to use a very sharp knife. You can also run it under hot water so it slides through the cheesecake nicely. And then once you make the one cut, you're going to wipe it off, reheat the blade, and slice it again. Or if you have like a kitchen torch, you can heat the knife with the kitchen torch and it'll slide right through and you'll save water. Also, to get the cheesecake out of the pan, you can actually heat the sides with this torch. So let me just slice a piece of this cheesecake for you. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this again. We're going to go ahead and light this up. There we are. I'm just going to heat the blade just so it slides through that cheesecake nicely. Be careful because this blade will be hot. Put it over there. Shut this off. Alright. Slice it right through. Look at that. It went through the cheesecake like butter. Now what you're going to do, you're going to wipe this blade off. Once again, be careful. It may be hot. Then you're going to go ahead and reheat it. Makes perfect slices. we go. Go ahead and slice this one more time here. Look at that, just like butter. All right, wipe your knife. And we're just gonna take this out and put it on a plate. Look at that, perfect sliced cheesecake. Okay, it's time for that taste test. We're gonna do a close-up. Here's that beautiful strawberry fan, and I have raspberries and some blueberries. I didn't want a sticky sweet topping for this. Hopefully you can see it. You can see the vanilla bean seeds in the cheesecake, and cutting it with that hot knife, it just cuts it perfect and beautifully. Just let's go ahead and dive in and take a bite. This is that typical New York cheesecake. It's thick, heavy, luscious. So just please make this in your Ninja Foodi. It is so good, so delicious.